Hey everybody, JK Calloway here, Real JK Calloway. There's a pay-per-view coming up with WWE. It's called Hell in a Cell. Ooh, it's super scary. It used to be in October every year because, hell and scary and boogie, boogie, boogie. And yeah, they decided to not do that this year. It's in September because what's scarier than back to school? Am I right? Actually, I haven't done it right yet. Let me grab the mic here. Bring this up a little closer because we're gonna do this right. You can't just say hell in a cell. You have to go hell in a cell. Spooky. Anyway, let's do some fantasy booking and predictions for the show because Lord knows they're gonna need it. Nothing's been announced for pre-show yet, so let's just assume if they do one, it'll be the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match between the New Day and Rusev Day. There is literally no feud going on with this. Rusev Day won a progressive tournament, if you can call it that, to become #1 contenders. It just happened this past Tuesday, and there is literally no heat, no story in this at all. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that New Day is going to retain. Past that, maybe they do something with Rusev and Aiden English breaking up because they were teasing that for a while and then they stopped, and maybe they'll get that going again leading into Survivor Series. But really, I don't think much is going to happen with this one. It is very much a toss-up if they're going to start the show with the tag team match that I mentioned previously, or if they're going to start the show with this one, which is the first Hell in a Cell match, Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton. This match has had a decent little build. It's been going on for a few months. Just Randy Orton being, evil and attacking Jeff Hardy from behind and pulling on his ear gauges, which is nasty. It's like, ooh, go watch the video. It looks like he's yanking good. Obviously had Jeff's permission and whatnot, but it looks gnarly. It's a nice little touch. I'm guessing Randy Orton's going to win the match, but of course it's probably going to be with Jeff doing something off the top. Probably trying a swanton bomb off the top of the Hell in a Cell and missing it on a table because, fuck it, he wants a whole new spine. And this is a good way to get that. Up next, because everything takes a backseat to that chick from UFC, it'll be Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch for the SmackDown Women's Championship, which is maybe one of the better stories going on in recent memory. Becky Lynch turning heel and being very, very good in that role, being very convincing. Charlotte trying to be the good guy, although she's Becky's not going to win it yet. I think this feud's going to go a while. This one's probably going to be some kind of no contest, double DQ, double count out kind of thing. If there is a winner, it will be Charlotte, but I don't think it's going to be conclusive because this one, they're going to push for a while. This is going to go at least to Survivor Series. If not all the way to the Rumble or Mania, you don't know. Because who else is on SmackDown? Asuka? Because they really care about her. On to the first Raw match, because Raw is so much more important. But it'll be for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I have a funny feeling, that this is just going to be a vehicle, like almost a preview of the Roman versus Strowman match later, which will be in Hell in a Cell later as well. But this one, I don't even think they're going to be a match. I think it's going to be just a big old brawl, and then Strowman and Roman will come out, and it'll be 3 versus 3, just brawl, and that'll be what happens. I don't think there's going to be much of a match. If there is, I think this is almost guaranteed double DQ, because they don't want Seth and Dean to lose, and I don't think they want Drew and Dolph to lose either. I think all 4 guys really can't afford a loss. So that's my call. I'm not even going to say if there is a winner. I think it's going to be a schmaz and double DQ, double countout, whatever, and a big old brawl. And they'll continue the story. Everyone hates the Shield. That's the story. I mean, it's true. It's an old dog. Put it out to pasture, please. Up next will be the next stage in the Miz and Daniel Bryan feud. with their wives now, because there's only so much they can do one-on-one, I suppose, leading all the way to Mania, which is, I think, what they're trying to do with those two. But Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella versus The Miz and Maurice in a mixed tag match. I'm assuming The Miz and Maurice are going to win, because they're really going to try to push Daniel Bryan as not being able to get over that hump of beating The Miz when he clearly should be able to. So they're going to just keep on screwing him somehow. I'm sure Brie will take the fall against Maurice somehow. Maybe The Miz actually hits Brie. That could really get the feud, pumped up a little bit if he actually does, do something to Brie, like hit a move on her. And then that costs Daniel Bryan and Brie the match. That would be good. In fact, I'm going to call it. The Miz is going to be that big of a prick that he's going to hit the skull-crushing finale on Brie Bella to win the match, have Maurice cover her. And that'll get a little heat, I think. Hopefully. I mean, as long as we don't have to hear Brie Bella's music. That's literally the only thing I'm concerned with here. Up next, because clearly Vince could give a shit about that belt that's been his for 60, 70 years. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe, WWE Championship. They're trying to make a personal rivalry in WWE using the backlog of all their TNA stuff. It's really weird. Like, they've been friends forever. Oh, really? Where was that? And they're doing it with AJ's family. It's like, the only way this could possibly have a payoff is if Claire Lynch shows up and costs AJ the title. And I'm making the call. No, I'm not. No. That would be so sick. But it's not happening. No, I think AJ is going to retain. Once again, he retained at SummerSlam through a double countout, I think it was. Maybe double DQ, I don't remember. This one will probably be double DQ. They're not going to let this one end. It's actually a very intriguing match, and hopefully they build it better than they did with AJ and Shinsuke, because can you really say they had a great match at any point? And of course AJ and Samoa Joe can. It's just a matter of if they let them. And hopefully they let them. They're not going to let them here, because they've got Roman. Roman needs to look good later. Don't do any cool stuff. Roman's going to do something awesome. And the people are going to go, wee, but they're not. Up to another squash match. Ronda Rousey defending the Raw Women's title against Alexa Bliss. Is there anything they can do other than what they already did at SummerSlam? Alexa being cowardly and running away, and eventually Ronda catches her and beats her. Like, can they really make Alexa Bliss look like a threat to Ronda Rousey? If they find a way, that would be excellent. I just don't think they're going to be able to. I think they want to make her look like the coward, the heelish coward over and over, and then get caught and get beat and then bitch about it. And, I mean, it's fine. I mean, unless something cool happens, like Natalya costing Ronda the match by turning heel, and then those two feud for a while, that would be good, but I don't see that happening either. I'm say Ronda retains. You know, it'd be really cool if Natalya turns on Ronda at this point and they feud. Or even Shayna Baszler comes up and costs Ronda the match. You know, that's a ready-made, intense rivalry with two people that are more on solid footing as far as experience, as far as a lot of things, as far as style. Like, that would be a hard-hitting women's match, which would be great. And of course, those two are good friends, they trust each other, and they can really let it go. That would be really interesting. I hope that happens sooner rather than later. I don't want to see 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen. This is bleh. No. Ronda versus Shayna. I want to see that. On to, obviously, the main event, especially now because there's a special guest referee. Mick Foley is going to be refereeing Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship inside Hell in a Cell. It's practically a guarantee that they're going to do the same spot that they did with Roman and Brock in Saudi Arabia. This time Hell in a Cell, so it doesn't matter if you get out. That doesn't give you the win. But almost a guarantee there's going to be a spear through the fence to the floor, and that's how they get out. It's literally guaranteed, which will look cool. I mean, I can't believe Brock took that bump. That is a scary bump. A flat back bump off the apron to the floor with a chain link fence on your back. Ow! It's going to happen again. It's going to look cool. It'll get a holy shit chant because originality, there's no place for that. And of course, when the fence opens up, the Shield are going to come down. Drew and Dolph are going to come down. The whole locker room's going to come down, apparently, because all the heels just really hate the Shield now, including Kevin Owens, who had, a potentially really good story and with his quitting. And they were just kind of like, never mind, just go feud with Bobby Lashley. Make him look really strong. Thanks, buddy. In the end, somehow they're going to get back in the ring. Roman's going to hit 2 spears. I'm going to go with 2. It's only going to take 2. Pin Strowman, retain. Everyone goes home happy. So yeah, there's my fantasy booking and predictions for the Sunday's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Make sure you watch it on the network. If you really want to pay the $45 or whatever to watch it on pay-per-view, feel free, but that makes you stupid. And of course, don't pirate it, because then you're a prick. And nobody likes your face. Nobody likes you. You smell. You smell horrible. Thank you for watching. Comments down below what you think's gonna happen. My name's J.K. Calloway. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure you do hit subscribe. Should be right around here. Check out my latest video. Should be right over there. Make sure you follow me on all social media. Always real JK Calloway. And then make sure you download the Hashtag Roundup app. All the best weekly hashtag games, including Hashtag Skirmish. Give that a follow on Twitter as well. My name is JK Calloway, and we'll talk to you next time.